Okay, so here we are. We're back to this, and we're back to this problem. All right, so here we go. Let's take a peek. Got to get back to where we were. All right, yes, we were getting ready to solve. We got to solve for V2 final. All right, so we've got one equation up here where we solve for this, and so if I plug this back into here, I'm going to wind up just getting, it's going to say 1 equals 1, and duh, yeah, that won't get us anywhere, and because I've got two unknowns in one equation, so there's an infinite number of solutions for that. So we got to come down here to our kinetic energy and go 1/2. And this one is a little bit, we can't use that standard formula that we talked about in class because, and here's a big because for it, is because we've got, the problem is we have, the second thing has a velocity. Therein lies the rub. So then I've got m1 v1 final squared plus 1/2 m v2 final squared. Okay, well, I know, I know what we're trying to find V2 final. V2 final is equal to 1 minus V1 final, but if I plug this in here for V2 final, that doesn't get me anywhere. So I've got to do this. I've got to say that 1 minus V2 final is equal to V1 final, because that's what I'm trying to solve for. This stuff I've got the answers for, okay? And right away, let's cancel our m's. So I'm going to cancel my m's here. And what else can we cancel? Oh, let's cancel these 1/2. So let's get this stuff out of our hair. Goodness gracious, let's get that stuff out of our hair. All right, so I've got V1 squared. What was V1? V1 was equal to 2 meters per second. So I've got 2 squared plus, what was V1? Negative 1 squared. Ah, that's nice. That equals 5. And then this is 1 minus V2 final squared, because remember I'm doing the substitution here, plus V2 final squared. So we've got 5 is equal to 1 minus 2V2 final plus V2 final squared, right? Plus V2 final squared. All right, we're getting somewhere. So 5 is equal to 1 minus 2 V2 final plus 2 V2 final squared, because I added these two guys together. All right, this is so cool. I bet you thought back when 8th grade algebra, when some of you were getting tortured by this, you're going, when am I ever going to do this again? Welcome to physics. There we go. Yes, indeedy. So let's make this 0. Let's subtract 5 from both sides. 0, if we subtract 5, we get minus 4 minus 2V2 final plus 2V2 final squared. All right, so I'm going to rewrite that so it's a little bit bigger. We've got 0 is equal to minus 4 minus 2V2 final plus 2V2 final squared. There we go. Hey, let's divide everything by 2. And we get 0 is equal to negative 2 minus V2 final plus V2 final squared. Let's rewrite this as V2 final squared minus V2 final minus 2 is equal to 0. So that gives me V2 final. If I factor this, V2 final minus 2 times V2 final plus 1 is equal to 0. So let's pick the first one, V2 final minus 2 is equal to 0. So V2 final is equal to 2. Or, on the second one, V2 final equals negative 1. And what did we say? It's going in the opposite direction. So V2 final is equal to positive 2 meters per second. I'm so confident with that. I'm not even going to pretend like oh, I get a pick. Submit. Yeah! Oh, I didn't know we could just sit there and guess. Shoot! Ah! Hell yeah, you can just sit there and guess the damn thing. All right? Okay. All right, so let's go. Let's look at the other problem where we drop a plate. I think in this one. Yeah, that one's kind of killer too. So that'll be part